two things, I think. One is that I think Avulus have big damage issues.
Are you thinking about breathing by chance? Is that the second thing?
I'm actually pretty good at breathing without thinking about it. It's one of my talents.
Oh, congrats. Anyway, sorry, go on.
So yeah, I'm very torn. I feel like Avulus have big damage issues. I think that can be remedied by Eki in the same way that absolutely everything in this draft can be remedied by Eki. I think Eki has like this long list of things he could do for his team in the right circumstances. You know, like he could do the damage when he gets a Dagon. He could be the scouting they need if he's in the right position. He could be their initiation, which they also desperately need as well. So Eki needs to have like a pretty insane Nyx performance here. If he can do that, then I think their draft starts to make sense. If he or if Smiley Knight just absolutely kicks off, wins his lane, and goes crazy. Those are your two options. I think Avulus need to really have a game here. I'm very concerned for them. I think for me this looks like a much simpler game than like look at Navi's game. It's so simple.
Sure, but I think you're being a bit too doom and gloom on Avulus' lineup, right? Like the Viper brings the damage early on. The Nyx will facilitate the area which you fight. Darkseid creates the movement, and then Monkey King naturally with levels. Like Avulus' lineup is built on good lanes and levels to fight, right? Whilst Navi's are built on farm. So there will be a window where Avulus will feel quicker on the map because they naturally should be, you know, poking their heads to make a couple moves. But no, I think Navi they have the scaling, but you can never ignore the speed at which Darkseid lineups can play like at 15 minutes. Sorry.
Yeah. I guess like the 5-man death ball is super scary if they get their timings, but in terms of like going for, you know, giving DK a hard time or trying to catch a kill into the Mars, just feels like those are never going to happen because they don't have the damage and the response is always going to be there, which is going to be quite easy.
We'll see.
We will. Thanks to suffering in the middle lane.
Yeah, he's not enjoying that. Yeah.
It's getting clicked.
This was over before it started.
That poison attack. Yeah, it's actually just straight up dead here, actually. Ooh, poison burst.
It's fine.
Okay, it does absolutely nothing.
He did go for dagger as
Poison
well,
burst
actually.
always sounds like it's gonna like just one-shot people, and then it's like boop, 16 damage. Like, oh, okay.
This is a pretty sad lane, and Eki now pulling wave stop. This is where Avulus, they just need to make sure they get as much from lanes as possible, right? Like if Darkseid and Nyx have a good time, and Stormstormer does get the first blood on Sanctity.
Yep.
Why they wanted
oh,
this
now
pick.
he gets tipped as well. Okay, cool.
So this is pretty much what Sanctity didn't want to do in this lane. I kind of feel like maybe if Malrine was playing this matchup, he would have just started dragging waves behind tower and doing some like... He'd have done something different. But the fact that like Fantasy kind of face-checked the difficult matchup has kind of complicated this a bit, because now it's like... Yeah, some wave skipping would have been pretty good, but...
Anything other just running face first into the Viper probably would have had a better outcome, but...
and this is where I think like kind of the way that you're looking at Avulus' lineup, saying there's no damage, I think it's like this is where like I disagree with you, where it's like because Quap will have no game, DK Mars are kind of farming heroes. So even though Na'Vi have a nice scaling lineup, the journey to getting there is kind of non-existent because they just won't have any map to play whilst they keep getting hunted down, right? So like what if they survive that, then their draft is insane. And of course Sanctity still being level 2, it's extremely rough.
Yeah,
Ench is already just wants to look at this early rotation.
Yeah, trying to help out with a little mud golem, but the guy's just gonna run under the tower, take a bunch of damage, and not really do anything. Of all the creeps to send to help out your mid laner, I think a mud golem is probably the last one you want to see. Like, don't worry, buddy, I'm sending a creep to help you. Oh, great, is it gonna be a harpy or like a centaur? It's like, no, it's a mud golem. Oh, okay then. Did absolutely nothing. They've Stormstormer last hit. That's about it. Three CS in Sanctity at this point. Not good. And Jibe and Eki just going to be constantly cutting waves, being annoying. DK trying to get involved here, but not really a whole lot he could do about anything. Just trying to chase away Eki, and that's about it. It's extremely annoying for Shad to have to be this deep and farming around this end of the tower. I'm actually going to go aggressively onto Jibe here. I mean, this is so aggressive under the tower and everything. Shad just utilizing the power of his hero to get a really nice trade onto Jibe. As down on the bottom side, Spear comes out from Mr. Boom to buy him the space. UBFY just had to rotate for the water rune, which means that the Mars has been by himself for a little bit. But he's also doing, I mean, he's doing the best. He's got the most CS out of anybody in the game, Boom. He's having a good time so far. It's, of course, very, very close at the moment. No trading. Except Queen of Pain jungling.
I mean, it's a safe place for her to be. She's not into the Viper lane, right?
Yep.
Again, I still wish that he pulled a wave, right?
Yes, like, 100% agree there.
You pull one wave, you then put the wave behind tower. Now Viper's a little bit lost, and then yeah. Either way, again, we don't need to harp on it too much. Thankfully, maybe not too comfortable doing the unconventional mid lane tactics. Oh. Boom and QBFY trying to go into Snako here. He does actually walk into the second route. Oh, and the spear misses though.
Yeah, that is a big miss, but is it going to make a difference? No, it is not. Still going to go down, but they're pretty deep here as Eki makes a rotation, trying to follow up. QBFY is going to be the target for Smiling Knight, and with that Boundless Strike coming on down, they'll get one. They'll look over towards Boom. Boom, though, going to be able to make his way towards the tree line and going for the TP out. He's not going to make it out, though. The right clicks are there. They find him instantly, and Smiling Knight smashes him down. Boom drops, and this bottom lane, which was previously going pretty damn well for Boom, suddenly looks kind of grim.
Yeah, as soon as you hit that spear, you have to continue the chase down. You need to go that extra little bit, and Avulus respond, get the kill, 2,000 gold lead, and
fresh and funky. A few stacks coming out as well from both sides. I can see TP's back into it. All right, this is the point. This is the time. Now I get to lane. He is level 4 versus level 6 then. They see Eki, and actually with the two supports rotating in, they're just going to straight up try and go for the kill onto the Nyx, but Snako wrapping in from behind, slowing down Sanctity's ability to actually get involved here, tries to get close enough for the Scream of Pain, can't quite do it, which means he's not going to get the kill. Kaori, meanwhile, he's actually fine. Stormstorm royalties him, and Kaori just heals through it all with the Nature's Attendants, so Kaori going to live? No one dies. There you go. Well, except for QBFY. But, oh, Sanctity. Oh. Link down to the low ground. Level 1 Carapace, not enough to secure that kill onto the Queen of Pain.
oh, Wisdom Rune. Okay, alright. Smiling Knight doesn't want to go for it. He respects, he backs out.
His life is worth more than that.
It's true.
Eki doing a bit of ancient farming for his Darkseer.
The nighttime shell. Quite a treat.
Indeed. Neutron
Also love the fact that the
across
Neutrons fly. Yeah, exactly, they fly back to the Darkseer. Still, by the way, this is my biggest gripe with Dota. It's so painful. Doesn't matter though. Sanctity's probably dying in mid lane. Does he have Blink? He has Blink. And...
Ooh. All the poison, the shadow poison. Oh, it's not going to be enough.
Oh, they got him! The old
right,
classic Viper,
down.
yep.
There you go, that's what you want to see. Boom, coming in with the therapy play. Killing off Stormstormer, making Sanctity feel nice. Sanctity just spamming out the voice lines as well.
Oh god, it's
You know how good that feels.
I was gonna go on a tangent, doesn't matter. But Viper matchups is like the equivalent of like a Husker, you know? Like at some point, the Husker player, the Viper player, they're gonna step up. They're gonna try and make that extra little bit of aggression. But Na'Vi with the arena are able to capitalize. And Eki with level 6 because he found the ancients. He's hunting. He's looking. He wants to get a kill with his name.
Boom, trying to catch out Smiling Knight here, struggling to land the spear. Does now do so, but just pops the ultimate under tower to make sure that he's tanky enough to live through it with that extra armor and just blows up QBFY instead. A little awkward. Spear back play.
Let's go back to watching Quap though.
not
I feel
to
like
be the
after
one.
every play, we need to do our update on Quap. You know, like how's Sanctity doing? The 2.2k net worth Queen of Pain. All right, about to hit level 6. Ooh, oh, that's so.
All right, here we go.
double. Hold, wait.
Go on, just jump
level
Storm
6.
now and kill him.
That's not how it works. Oh, come on, leave him alone, man. He
no,
just
come on, what is
come
this?
on, no, click, no.
I'm
Oh,
putting in
he
a
did.
wait,
Oh,
wait.
what a god!
Oh,
Does he get the kill?
No,
Oh, the
disruption.
disrupt!
No, come on, you need to do it. Another therapy kill
Please.
is needed desperately here, but I don't think it's gonna come in.
Who's
Kaori's just
it?
coming.
Whoa, whoa.
The arena,
No,
the
no.
4-man arena. Is it gonna make a difference? They've got one, but Doom's just dying as well. Everybody's so low. Give me
That was
one
emotional.
more spell, a little bit of AoE damage here, and things are gonna look amazing, but it's just not there. PBFY.
What a disruption!
Yeah, really. Changing everything. Snako, what a god.
I mean, I respect Sanctity. Like in his dying moments, he's like, you know what? This Viper's on the tower. He's gonna tank a couple tower hits. Like he knew, but
The
had
blink
disrupt
in as
on,
well,
yeah.
to, like not just turning around and scream, but also blink in and for the scream of pain.
Oh,
as
he
well.
had blood grenade. He should have blood grenaded as well. Oh, the small things. But like, okay, look at this, right? So he goes down. He's getting pretty low. He Sonic Wave blink screams. He doesn't blood grenade. Would actually, you know, I would argue that could have been a killing factor. But disruption, beautiful, and then the carapace and the impel buying enough time just to keep everyone alive. And yeah, at this point, you just needed maybe if DKTV'd in and had like the brief fire as well or something. But yeah, that is where Avulus, the strength of their draft shines. Like they are not afraid with this lineup to TP 5 heroes into a fight, especially because all cores have 5,000 net worth. Like they have cheap items, they're ready to make these quick moves, and now smoking up the Viper. And let's see where they can take him. They kind of want to start breaking down the map, right? You take the mid tower, you have beautiful vision on the bottom side of the map to smoke into. So once you take this top tier 1, you will be able to do a lot more. But
Okay, that was rude.
Her just disappears.
Yeah, it pops the double damage for that one as well. So
Right,
see you later, Kaori. Heal through this.
okay, and Swirling Knight is just going for the Gleipnir. So like an active build. He's not trying to do hyper scaling of Battle Fury or Mjolnir. Just a little throwback to the TI meta.
And Shad is actually going straight in for the Mage Slayer first item.
Ah, yes. Shad has done this a couple times. It was also like a skidder thing to do. In this game, he respects the timing, so
Yeah. Usually when we see this, it's when you have like a Monkey King or, you know, like a Razor in your offlane, something like that. I do worry about his ability to be able to get in and click people. Well, he can click people for it to do anything.
yeah, it's gonna help with some cheap damage, but
Yeah.
like, he needs to be able to play with his
There,
mindset. And he already is
bonked
here,
into
right?
Oblivion.
Yeah.
If I could just let me just no, that.
Okay, so the Mage Slayer is coming out, and again now, so the logic will be him going Mage Slayer. He has to be in the fights now. Arena is on cooldown for 70 seconds.
Yeah, let's see. Shot now delivered. All right. Already used ulti unfortunately to farm this camp, so already looking a little bit awkward for him to actually turn around and fight this. And QBFY is just straight up gonna die. I also have mixed emotions at Mage Slayer into Viper. In theory, it's like, well, Viper does magic damage, therefore Mage Slayer good. But in practice, it's kind of like if you want to sit there attacking a Viper to get Mage Slayer on him, he's going to stack up way more damage on you than your Mage Slayer is going to kind of like be reducing anyway. So I don't know, it feels like a bit of a bait.
Sure.
I could be wrong about that.
It's like,
but
I think there's only really two paths of itemization for DK, right? Which is the one, don't die to Eki who's hunting you down. But no, the two paths, it's like you either go like Armlet into BKB Daedalus and you just right click a shit ton,
yeah.
or you go Mage Slayer into like Hurricane Pike BKB and you're slightly more active. And I feel like Shad at least is trying to go, you know what, I don't know if I have enough map to buy the Armlet plus the BKB, and like, so he's just respecting that. He's expecting his map to disappear, so he wants every bit of gold he spends to potentially allow him to consider fighting. Whilst the other build, you're kind of somewhat AFK on map, right? So thing is though, Shad does this build more often, not Sanctity though. Underneath tower, 1 stun, 2 stun, Children, and blinks out.
Yeah.
Nice disrupt again though.
That's, yeah, keeping him alive. The Smiling Knight just going to be able to live through it all by the looks of it. Now actually even turning around and blowing up QBFY. So, oh my goodness. And Eiko cannot be allowed to have this hero. Boom trying to jump in and get the kill. Eki's just going to give up his life. Oh, he wanted the Wisdom Rune, but he's not going to get it. Stormstormer is the one who gets it instead. Inside the bottle nonetheless. Na'Vi looked like they were going to be able to take a fight there, but instead just end up dropping almost everybody. Jesus, this is a slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Just get me a shot on this Viper and finish it up.
But Na'Vi, they just don't really have the damage. Like when Avulus, they're in full gear right now. They have no cares. And yeah, you see here like the shield rune, Pop's able to blink back out. Disruption to save on the Sonic Wave, and now Na'Vi's ability to fight disappears. Like with no Sonic, with no arena, what is their purpose? Like Shad TP's at the front of his tower, tanking pretty much everyone, like the Viper the entire time,
and now on live as well, Sanctity's getting beaten down by Smiling Knight.
Yep, and
he is gonna live.
Oh, if he jumps in.
Oh. Well,
my guy shoveled and donated a salve.
Yeah,
okay.
He's like, the salve will save me.
Yeah.
Rest in pieces.
Now Eki showing himself top.
Okay.
But still has the free pathing from going fast.
Yeah, okay. Just disappears into the trees.
Yep.
Bye-bye. Even coming back in, I mean, he knows he's seen here. He's just psyching out
He's
Shad.
dusted.
He's got a team coming in behind him, but... Mind Shell being reapplied as well. Boom has been found. Oh, two-man stun into the two-man boundless strike as well. QBFY delaying the inevitable, but it is inevitable. Although that said, they actually just straight up killed him Jibe. QBFY is fine for now. Eki trying to jump in, finish the job. Will be able to do so. The right clicks there, and now the damage coming through onto Shad. Shad in the middle of Wukong's command. No way out of this one. He's gone as well. Surely they'll give up Jibe, but it's a small price to pay for 3 kills onto the side of Na'Vi. And now they can look to push down this top side and look to take this tier 2.
Yeah, this is very rough.
Yeah. Not a game, I think.
It's one of those I told you so moments, unfortunately. But we'll see if Na'Vi can recover.
I mean, I wasn't expecting the lanes to go this ridiculously well for Avulus. I didn't think... I thought Co-op had other options in mid lane.
It do be like that sometimes.
It was that
this
like...
lineup from... Oh, hold.
Holding?
Let's see if Eki gets a kill, then we can question. Ooh!
Interesting reaction from Boom. Just immediately drop in the arena, and that's going to get them a kill. Time to see with the Dagon. Going to pick that one up. Mars going to be fine. Okay, you know what?
He's going to be so happy, yeah.
One fight. That was a one fight. They want to fight. Good job, Na'Vi. Credit where credit is due.
And now we have to... I feel like I'm going to use some business term real quick. We're going to have to circle back to the Dragon Knight real quick. Has he really been able to effectively fight and skirmish with a Mage Slayer compared to fully just farming up with Armlet? Like, maybe he doesn't go Armlet and Mask of Madness, right? But just fully... Just going, like, Armlet into Ogre Axe. Would that have potentially been a better approach to this game? In which he doesn't just... Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely difficult to kind of like point out any one individual thing which is put Na'Vi into the position they're in now. That's definitely collective issues. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but it does just feel like Avulus are in a class above in this matchup. QBFY is going to drop. Eki just constantly finding kills, and the power for them to just follow up on his plays is ridiculous as well. You've got Surge, you've got the monkey jumping through the trees, doing whatever. The Viper's so strong that he can basically be positioned anywhere he wants and not be punished for it, so he can always be within touching distance if he wants to be, but mostly it's the other two just linking up with Eki. Man, what a great time to play Nyx Assassin. This is exactly what you imagine when you think of playing Nyx. You know, you're just on the map, doing whatever. You know that whenever you jump someone, you're gonna have backup. Your carapace has pretty giga value in this game as well.
I think Neko's been giga value in this game. I've not seen a single disruption where I'm like, damn, he just killed his friend. You know, every disruption's like just game winning. And I guess you could boil it down to like the fight from Na'Vi is so obvious. There's no complexity to the fight from Na'Vi. It's like I must use Sonic Wave, I must use Arena, which for those type of fights, you use spell. You know, it's like there's nothing to it. And we are gonna see the donation of Sanctity where he provided this salve, but you know, Smiling Knight, he didn't want it. But every single fight that we're seeing in the highlight package will just be these sweeping plays. You get a kill bottom, you run top, you get a kill, and depending on if the highlight package wants to continue after this fight, it will be the same thing. It's just you find hero, you just chase them, and Shad just doing negative damage. And I kind of wish he was just hitting bottom creeps. I kind of wish that he was
giving his
in
team
these
a win
fights.
condition, surely.
Yeah, because he could be 12k net worth by now. Like if he played with the mindset of like a K1 or why am I forgetting every carry player's name suddenly?
Burning.
Like a Pure or someone, like he probably could have so much more net worth, but he has tried to fit this kind of like hybrid mentality, and it's not working out.
No, it's not. It feels very difficult. But then at the same time, there's always the argument of like, oh well, Avulus would change their playstyle if he did go for that. They'd be hunting him much more if they were actually scared of him farming and hitting timings. So
I need to check the last times he's played DK though, because I'm pretty sure he's done this build in every game that I've cast from him on Dragon Knight.
If this is just his build, then that's kind of
I kind of feel like he's just hard stuck on the build, which is potentially an L.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
Dragon Knight, I'm looking now. Yes, so in the last month, he's played this build twice, where he's on Mage Slayer both games in the qualifiers for ESL Bangkok. But when he played on Secret, he did go for Armlet and like the normal build. So, but that was 4 months ago.
He's still capable of flexing both, by the looks of it.
Yeah, within the last half year. But...
Nice blink away. He's going to be all right. Ooh, okay, they're going to be able to pick up Eki here at the very least. So
Eki's just donating his life to Sanctity. He felt bad for the early game, so just giving like 900 gold to the Queen of Pain.
What a lovely thing to do. What will Quad do with that money? She will look for a BKB. Higher Dagon BKB is going to be the build from Sanctity as QBFY loses life again.
He does like to die a lot, to be fair.
Yes. He's his
he
body
explores the map. Yeah,
is a tool for information.
He's like the solo of the position 4 role. Actually, the fishman of the position 4 role. There we go. That's a better reference. Oh,
Yeah. Good old fishman.
Oh, well, where is dead?
A little bit.
Yes, a smidge dead. Okay, BKB on DK. Again, just to remind you guys, of course, Na'Vi, they scale beautifully, right? Like, if we get to 45 minutes, there is a great turning point, and Viper, he can fall off, especially if he gets picked off a couple times, and the pickoff will occur. Oh, that's a big kill to go into the DK.
Yeah, isn't it?
Nice
But
last
unfortunately,
inning.
the co-op is just absolutely roasted in the middle of the lane. Shad now trying to hold his ground here against these heroes, and with the BKB and the Mage Slayer, he potentially can, but realizing that they just need to back themselves up. There's no chance for turnaround here. Don't have any ultis to wait for or play with, so they'll just try and leave. QBFY, dead again.
It's a lot of like
on QBFY at this point, by the way.
yeah, it's some depth. You can kind of feel from Na'Vi that they want to play a little bit more of like a quick pick and run away style, right? It's like you get Viper, Cop wanted to jump back in, poke another hero, then they wanted to like disengage, but they did overstay their welcome. The fact that Cop died kind of baited Shad to think that the engagement needed to be taken, because it's like, oh, we've lost our Quap, maybe they wasted Wukong, it's a good fight. But he just doesn't do any damage. Like Mage Slayer BKB that is not a DK that you're running away from. That is one that you probably walk towards, if anything. If a Navi again, like,
them.
yeah. Oh, Eki.
Easy go.
Yo, Eki, stop doing like he's just. All right, I'm looking at the graph.
The charity of Eki is open for business.
It's very, very
Found their
generous.
trustees.
Oh, and Chad's also there. Just
Yeah, he's just getting sessioned up a little bit. I think all in all,
I feel like if we, do you know on the graph you can look at the events. I'm pretty sure every. Okay, let's go from right to left on the red dots, please. All right, what are we looking at? Courier kill, that's fine. And let's move left, right? As Eki dying to Sanctity. Okay, we can watch the kill.
Stormstorm was actually dead.
That was a
That's
big fight. Sorry, my
big.
bad. I
Now
baited
we've
you. I'm
got
sorry.
two beautiful circles next to each other. With the TP
He did
out.
kill Viper though.
Yeah.
All right,
no.
we're back to our donation. All right, that's the second one. That's okay. That's Eki again. Yep, move. Okay, yep, keep going. We can work quicker. That's fine. Yep, go again. Oh, there's Eki again. And I feel like there's one more. Ah, there's Eki again. So there's only been like four or
Thanks,
five kills,
Eki.
you know? It's like 2 Stormstormers and 3 Ekis.
Talking about Eki.
Oh, come on. Sanctity needed it. Oh, he's dead though. He had to buy back for it to be worth. As much as we're memeing it, these 4 deaths from Eki after being like 6-0-15 do make the game slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, it's still in control for Avulus. Like, they still should just win this, but good lord, if they keep making mistakes, then they could go either way.
Whoa,
The
that's a
beautiful
vacuum.
up to the high ground, dragging Navi out of position. Shad trying to stand his ground. Nope, TP's out. He's done, and does get himself away. But that said, like, despite a great fight from Avulus, just nothing gained for it. Nobody dies. Except KBFY.
Okay, that's the constant.
It is, isn't it? When's he gonna boom bust? 312 seconds still.
Ooh, Shad, run. You get see. Oh, he's blinking. He found him. And now Eki's here too. Run, Shad. 4-star, 4-star.
No! Oh, Shad gets brought down. What a find from Eki. What a follow-up. Sorry, what a find from Jibe. What a follow-up from Eki.
They did have the ward in the lane, so they did see him walk towards the Tormentor area, but...
Actually, Eki's ward, so what a find from Eki was correct.
There we go. Wards win games. And Sanctity.
Yeah, he's kind of fine.
Somehow Eki will die. I can feel it.
No. Ooh, nice back. At least catch them the kill on
Sanctity
CBFY.
wanted to go in for him, by the way. Like he was ready just to turn around and give everything to Eki, but
Yeah, he always does.
right,
Sonic
20
Wave
seconds
is-
for load to build. Shard Viper. Oof. Really just eats towers alive.
Yeah, I love this pickup. It's one of my favorite shots
Looking
in
to
the
go.
game. Yeah, nice spit back onto the Viper, and Viper's just dead. You gotta be careful. Now, Jibe also trying to just survive inside this arena, but the arena's doing work. But look at Smite Knight just running forward here. Hasn't even used the Wukong Smart because he doesn't have it. He doesn't need it. He's going to take down Shad and Boom all by himself. And now looking over towards the sideline. Sanctity dead to Stormstormer. The poison stacking up is way too much. And now the barracks are revealed. Sure, Stormstormer dies, but he just gets straight back into the fight. Buy back, TP in, and keep it coming. And look at Smiley Knight.
Godlike.
Just
Beyond
going
godlike.
so deep. Absolutely. 11-0-14 on this Monkey King. Absolutely free game for Smiling Knight.
I just look at the fight recap though, if it's working. Sometimes it doesn't. Like the damage from DK, you're 27 minutes into the game. You've arenaed multiple heroes,
Yeah.
and you're doing 1800 damage, and sure, Ench goes down, but like, yeah, you gotta say, like, yes, the game was difficult. Your quad got slaughtered mid lane, but for your carry to go for a Mage Slayer build and to never be that I will take this fight style carry, just it hurt them so much. And now he walks back to lane, smoke up, back on 3, Gleipnir on 3. I'm
Yep.
casting now. DK's dead.
Go for it, King. This is
Thanks, mate. All right, Mars getting broken. He's running away from the top side of the fight. Jimmy sticking top of him with the Iron Shell. Now impale onto the Queen of Pain. Half HP. Gonna blink out. Banish from the Soneko. Oh my god. Spear into the base. Jimmy having to fade away. Oh my god. Feeding, dead. Throwing. Thank you. All right, back to you.
Alrighty, well, the arena's come down, and Smiling Knight might actually be losing his life here. He doesn't have the Aegis anymore, it just ran away, so, you know, I'm not calling this a comeback, but it's a little bit of a, it's not a comeback, it's just a bit sloppy from
Avulus. I thought I was in play-by-play mode still, you know, I'm just going to give, you know, false hope no matter what play-by-play. Analysts, we can just be...
Navi are back.
Oh my god, they're doing it! Yeah, no, I feel like what Avulus just did was what we were doing, where we just kind of got a little bit lighthearted. We felt the game was kind of getting close to over, and you get carried away sometimes. It happens.
I'll tell you what, I know this Monkey King ain't happy. Okay, I know he's mad about it. Smiling Knight's saying, "Oh, I wanted 0 deaths." Every carry player is obsessed with 0 deaths these days. Don't know why. They never play they are, but they say they are.
I feel like we can just let it sink in for a second that the comeback is unlikely, because you just click on DK at 29 minutes and you're like, yeah, don't worry. Like he looks like an offlaner.
Hold on, he's gonna get a damage item after his Hurricane Pike's finish.
Think the Ancient will survive long enough? There's a fight happening, by the way. It's quite a small scuffle.
Boom is kind of just poisoned to death, unfortunately, so he's going to drop on the sidelines here. Is Shad getting on top of Stormer?
He's tickling him.
Oh my god, the burst damage comes in from Eki, and he's just completely deleted from existence. GG.
Oh, and Shad just called GG. Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, it's a pretty warranted GG.
Yeah, you don't want to let them just kind of like clown around inside your base and keep like elongating this like sufferfest of a game for you. Everybody can kind of control the game to some regard, but you're always looking at Invoker. Invoker's just this very strong hero at the moment.
No way.
Good luck, have fun. Come out as we get into game number 2. Avulus taking game number 1. Will this be an equal series, or will Avulus get 2 back-to-back stomps? We're going to find out.
If Avulus are to win this second game, they will be sitting with 3 draws and 1 series win to their name, which in itself is a top 2 position, right? They're, I think a single series away if they are to beat Shopify, who is a contender also for top 2, by the way, for tomorrow.
Yeah.
They can punch their ticket to the upper bracket, which I think coming into this group stage, I think Avulus, to be fair, were a top 3 contender minimum, right? When you look at the teams like Na'Vi, Boom, and Shopify are all, you know, legacy rosters that have done nothing throughout 2024, so limited expectations. Spirit are, you know, relatively underperforming at the moment. It wasn't the craziest group for Avulus to do well in, but they are in there. They do control their own fate, and top 2 is very, very possible for them.
It is indeed. Let's see if they can make it there. But of course, got to get through this game first. And Na'Vi aren't just going to roll over and let them get there. So we'll see how their ideas match up this time around. Na'Vi, they made some great adjustments from yesterday to today. But can you make those adjustments on the fly? I guess one of my concerns is that yesterday we really didn't see any change in their approaches and their gameplay. There was a bit of experimentation here and there, but ultimately they just looked a little lost the entirety of it. And my concern is that that never really improved through the day. You didn't have that game-to-game improvement, which you kind of want to be seeing on these lands. Like in a longer land format like this one, it's kind of okay.
I mean, this format punishes not improving, right? Because if you don't improve in group stage, you get eliminated. Like other tournaments, like for example, when PGL with modified Swiss, you have a bad day, you still have 5 days of best of 3, right? With Blast Slam, you know, even if you do bad in groups, you will get to the playoffs because you don't get eliminated in groups. Like, so all the other formats kind of enable you to have bad days, but then as long as you fix yourself on another day, you're fine. But with kind of Dream League, it's like, you have a bad day, even if you fix yourself on, let's say, day 2, you've already lost enough series in day 1 that you don't really progress, right? So it can be scary. I think this is, for at least for group stage, it's one of the more punishing group stages compared to others. But then, of course, double limb, etc. The amount of games you play, it's more forgiving because there's a lot of information. So.
And very low down on the bottom side.
Yep.
He's also kind of being dived a bit here by Shad and
kinda, yeah,
Kaori. And
they're
they've got
poking.
like a whole wave behind them, so Eki gonna have to hide in the trees whilst his flat cannon's up.
Great positioning.
Yeah, this is crazy,
Keeping that
isn't it?
salve alive, yeah. It's a shame it's only 2 minutes into the game. A TP is pretty rare, but oh wow, they actually just
Just killing
he has an
Jide.
8 stick though. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fine.
he'll be okay. Kaori can't finish him off.
And he has a salve, so no mana. Yep, salve him back up. But great aggression from Navi there.
Interesting idea here from Eki that he was just going to try and kill off the wave as quickly as possible, cut off their wave of escape. Didn't work. Cool idea. I think that's what he was trying to do. He just ran the wave and started attacking it.
And it does look like Sanctity is just going to go for the build as expected. The 2-point slight into chain. And it also does have double impact, so for additional slight damage. Phase Boots Corrosion. And then I'm expecting him to start running around the map. Yeah, I'd like to see him play like Thompson-esque level of Ember, right? Where it's like you get like early level 7, level 8. You have a couple, basic early game items, and you just keep running around the map, reminding people that you exist. Could be quite a nice way to do it. And we see top. Bristle, of course, doing really well with farm. 5 more CS over the Sand but Sand doesn't really pressure the Bristle back in lane, so yeah. Everything's quite a slow, expected start to this game. Nothing too,
Nah, nothing crazy happening yet.
yeah, crazy.
Everybody in their lanes. I mean, other than that dive down on the bottom side, which is pretty fun, but ultimately it didn't really affect the CS chart too much. Jibe is struggling a lot. Boom. Be a little bit careful here as those quills start to stack up. 4 stacks upon him. Gotta be respectful there, but of course with the 18 wands, he does actually use it now, so that hurts. New rotations come in for the 4-minute water runes. Snako just going to try and fight with Sanctity here. QBFY is nearby. Sanctity going to grab the water rune and try and get himself away. Snako going to get thrown back into his teammate as Eki comes in as well, looking for a stun, but they're chained up together, and with that double impact as well, a lot of damage being dealt to Eki there, which ain't too fun. Wait, is Sanctity going to get both?
Yeah, Eki needs to be careful.
What?
Eki could actually die here.
He's just dead. What a first blood. Eki, what are you doing? Not respecting double
Surely
impact
everyone saw that from a while away.
whatsoever. You
No,
would
he did
imagine.
not. Yeah. It's not as if Sleight of Fist is a long cooldown spell.
Yeah.
Oh, either way, he died. Oh wait, it's the Eki donation to Sanctity. It's the follow-over from the previous game, of course. No,
I see consistency in the storylines here.
Well, if there ever was a way in which Na'Vi are going to be very happy, it's your Ember Spirit getting First Blood, who is the pivotal piece to the early game aggression.
Yeah,
It does feel like that is a constant for Na'Vi. If Sanctity doesn't have a game, they have double farming side lane cores. But if he does have a game, he brings life, right, to all their moves. So, okay. Eki not going to be too happy with what he just did there, but again, you live, you learn, you improve. You also read Twitch chat now and again. Oh god.
Interesting. So, I mean, that changes things quite a lot. Jibe still struggling down here against this gyrocopter. Ooh, did they? No, they didn't interrupt. I was wondering if they interrupted the onslaught or not, but they didn't. A nice stun coming out from Eki as well. Now the double onslaught as well. Ooh, Kaori. Right clicks will finish him off. They do get that kill at least. Shad's going to survive though, as in the middle lane, they get the kill onto the Invoker. Wow. Big rotation in for the Rubik.
Yeah, great rotation. Like, you already felt that Sanctity was kind of entering a strong position in the game, and QBFY just rotates over and reminds him, especially with Catapult Wave from the 5-minute mark, chipping down the tower. Oh, like, gotta be careful, you just TP back in. There's
Kaori's
a lot of
in the
heroes
neighborhood
here.
as well. Nice tornado is going to slow them down, but is it going to stop him? I don't think so. Stormstorm will try to get a kill before he dies here, but dying most certainly shall. A TP back, instant death. The supports just weren't ready to rotate on that. Snako just doesn't have a TP, so neither did Eki. Wait,
What's
he used
happening?
his? What did Eki use his TP on there? Okay, well,
Sanctity is just a god. Alright, he's Odin.
Yeah, he's the best. He's a beast.
Yeah.
Why are they feeding him?
I don't know, man. I feel like that's the one thing they're not meant to do. Just don't give Ember an early game, and they're fine.
Very strange, but
Yeah. Okay, but alright, let's go back to
it's
casting.
like that.
I have no idea.
It was kind of like a, oh no, our mid laner's died. We need to show that we were there. So we're just going to run at mid and try to fix it, even though I don't
When
know.
they said they were, did you hear the interview during the break? It was like they're a low ego team, so maybe they saw lane going poorly. So it's like, if we all throw our bodies here and all have some deaths to Sanctity, then we can't blame a single player. Keep the morale high. We've all died to Sanctity. Let's fix the problem together.
Ah, yes.
That's
Zero
the classic
ego
combo. Oh, let's see if Sanctity can roll the game with a 5-0, KDA. Of course, he is looking at Mage Slayer. Already has to face Corrosion.
Kind of crazy that he doesn't have more net worth than he does. He's just like 100 gold above the bristleback.
I mean, he has been fighting a lot though, so it's perfectly fine. We're gonna see a replay. Of course, they go into Stormstormer. Their supports are ready. The TP then gets cancelled, and Stormstormer just kind of left to die by himself.
Then we'll get some nice fades in for the next 2 kills, I'm sure, as Taneko. Don't know what he expected. Eki just kind of slowly run down in the aftermath as well.
It is stupid though, the facet. Like,
Double
I'm kind of
impact.
happy that Ember's not too in meta, because the idea, like, imagine if Slight was slightly better and people picked it more. Being a support against, like, one Slight's annoying, but a 50% Slight as well. You got to be careful. Like, one buff in the wrong direction for Ember, and it's first
over.
phase material.
Yeah, it's a very beastly facet. Very fun as well with any proc items as well. Like, look at this damage onto Eki. My god, he's basically just dead here. The right clicks come through. Boom gets a kill. Eki goes down. 318 damage from Sleight of Fist.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What do you think of Ember Spirit's Immolation innate?
Dire are scanning.
It exists. Is it fun? No, but it's there.
It is there, isn't it? PBFY, he's dead, and Sacrifice has come in on this, but he's got a remnant
shield
out, so
rune.
he can just back away whenever.
Keep the bot. Looking for Jubei.
Yeah,
You
a
actually
little
have
bit
lasso.
trying to bring him down. Mini onslaught
Didn't
just to
press
try
it.
and get himself out of danger here. And that was indeed the correct play. Gets himself to safety.
He's kind of blundering that a little bit. He had the ability to lock him down, contain in that magic damage, but very quick onslaught, and off he goes.
To the hills. Well, 10 minutes in, Bristleback pretty firmly ahead on net worth. Smiling Knight's just kind of been farming up here. No one's really touched him. Following that, you have all 3 of the Na'Vi cores.
Is under attack.
2 of them doing very well out of their lanes. 1 of them just getting a bunch of kills. Stormstormer, pretty poor. Jibei, extremely poor. That's the
So,
standard game of
Eki,
10.
you showed yourself for a second. Be careful. Oh, if QBFY had a wind lace, then he'd have been able to get that lift off.
Yeah, thankfully Pigpole gets Eki out to safety.
You know it's rough when your lines, Earth Spike in an ancient camp at 11 minutes and level 1 mana draining it.
Under attack.
Yeah, he's trying his best.
Ooh, Stormstormer, you showed yourself in mid lane for a second. They're smoked up. They do have dust, and the blink reveal from Boom.
Yeah, it's a great target to bring down here. Stormstormer killed off again, just really trying to make sure this Invoker just doesn't have a game.
Tower is under attack.
As I said, Invoker, he is kind of the linchpin of this draft. If he doesn't have a game, then no one has a game, and that's kind of the situation we're in. So even though Smiling Knight's doing extremely well on farm, he can kind of farm all he likes, but turning up to a fight with an Aghanim Scepter isn't going to be very successful.
Oh, we look towards Lion. He's still level 1 mana draining and farming ancients with his primal.
Yeah, a little bit.
They've just farmed the camp. You know, 2 spawns in a row now. To be fair, there's not really anywhere they can go. Like, if they walk towards the triangle, they will just get deleted by Sanctity. He's just living in the enemy jungle, and that is what you want to see from an Ember pick. Like, this is the best version of Ember, is you break your lane, you play on the enemy side of the map, and you just take away large portions of the jungle. Because to take over that area, you need to bring multiple cores, you have to smoke, you have to kill him. If you don't kill him, he jumps out, you waste time, and that's exactly what Sanctity's doing. Even Boom's here, right? Like, they're really double downing on preventing the farm. And this also stops stacks being made. Bristle won't have any, quad or, penta ancient stacks to capitalize on. I've also never said the word penta in a cast before, so
No, that caught me off guard.
Yeah, it was very unsettling for sure. Because normally you have triple or quad stacks, right? Like,
Yeah,
the idea of having a 5 stack is unheard of.
absolutely.
Or rare.
Jibe on the run, trying to get away from Boom, Shad, and QBFY here. Going for the TP out, down on the low ground, but the lift is there, finds him out, and Jibe is going to get killed off. Shad grabs a kill. Looking very good for Na'Vi here in the early game. As Ember continues
they're going on to the Ember! They
What
got
happened
him.
there?
He got fingered.
Yeah, certainly did. Kaori, he's on the run. And it will not be escaping. All right, Smile Knight's in the game. Let's go. Top tower, gonna fall. Yeah, this... Okay, well... Na'Vi were doing well for a bit. Still doing fine.
It's just a reminder that the reason why it looked so good because this Avulus was just starved so much on levels, right? And you finally get that one little opportunity to find the Ember, you capitalize on it.
Sanctity. He's just gonna get himself back. Oh, good kill onto Eki though on the sidelines there. Boom and QBFY both jumping in. Kaori though. Oh, he gets off the lasso before he goes down. In fact, he's not going down at all. Bristleback trying to get off damage with the quills, but doesn't have enough in the tank. He's gonna fall. Smiling Knight is dead, and Snakeo's gonna go down with him as well. Big overextension here from Avulus, heavily punished. I mean, I'm not sure what they were expecting from that one. They go in very, very deep under 2 towers. 2 TP points for Na'Vi. Very easy for them to bring everybody to that fight and just punish.
I mean, they're also making this move where, like, Primal's waiting for the 14-minute Wisdom Rune on his side of the map. Like, it's not as if this is like a big 4 or 5-man rotation, right? It's always a 4-man rotation, but you're kind of missing your early game frontline here, which is the Primal Beast. And Na'Vi just identify this and go, you know what? Let's go get some free kills. Rubik, also a very, very good game for him. He's going to probably die here, but
Yeah,
the point
looking like
stands. He can still Earth Spike, EMP, Tornado, Life Drain. Multiple ways in which QBFY, if not dead in the river, will be able to turn around some engagements. We see on screen Ember does have that Mage Slayer. We'll be able to poke out. I guess that's one critique potentially with the Na'Vi lineup is they all like to poke from a distance, right? Like Ember Slight Spam. And now we're kind of seeing that come into effect to some degree where it's like they don't have that natural hero that will perfectly frontline Avulus. Because if Ember steps up, he will eventually get hexed by line and die like we saw in the jungle. Sanking wants to reinitiate, and Gyrocopter doesn't want to get jumped first.
No.
So if this game does like break into the 25-minute mark very even, maybe Na'Vi needs Ember to have like BKB and another item to really feel confident. Because if not, then they're always going to be like waiting for a smoke to make a move or hoping that Avulus show themselves. Again, apologies for the pauses, guys. We have had some lag throughout the day in the earlier series and this one. Hopefully it is resolved. Or it's evidently resolved because they're playing now, but...
Like, gosh darn.
Radiant's top tower.
Hotel internet. Not just the occasional spike or anything. It's pretty normal, but all good, and will be fixed for the main stages. Eki is just gone. Dared to show his face in the middle lane. Immediately brought down by Shadow and Sanctity.
Dire's bottom tower is
Bye-bye.
under attack.
Now 60 minutes in. Na'Vi back on top. Looking to keep on punishing. It's really awkward to try and play Primal from behind. Like, you can do it, but you always just feel a little bit scared. And playing scared as Primal is not an option, so... I think you go from one... Like, if you're ahead on Primal, then you kind of just, like, wait for your moment to enter the fight, but you just enter through the middle of the fight. You try and get your damage off on as many heroes as possible, and just be as big a disruptor as you can. I think when you're behind on Primal, it's actually the polar opposite. You're just kind of trying to be the follow-up damage or the, you know, the cheeky pulverizers. They look here onto the Rubik, and they are likely going to be able to punish this kill as well. So, Shad and QBFY going down here. How on earth has Shad died in this situation?
Way too aggressive, right? Like he's pushing down the wave near the tier 2.
Yeah.
Invoker, plenty of setup, and his team weren't there. Shad, multiple times in this series now, has been all left alone, trying to do a little bit more than I think he's meant to.
Like, if he
These are
had
the
Boom
mistakes that
behind him
all,
there with the Blink Dagger and the Epicenter, then none of this can ever happen, but team just wasn't behind him.
It's Shad just way too far up.
Yeah, yeah.
His team was running to him, but he's trying to bait the fact that they're coming, but it's like, he's not tanky enough. Like, maybe if he had BKB, it's fine, right? But
Yeah.
he does not have that item.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I think the Ember Spirit is probably like the worst hero to be in the game.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Wait, sorry, what? What do you mean?
In real life, if you had to take the body of one of these heroes, then I think Ember's probably the worst because you're just on fire all the time. Everything around you just burns. You can't live in a house because your house is just going to burn down. You can't play Dota because you burn the mouse. So,
That's fair.
yeah, I guess
He would need a patch.
yeah, I guess someone could make you like a fireproof mouse and keyboard. Actually, maybe it's not that bad. You just... Everyone could just make you specialist equipment, which I'm sure they would, because people are nice. Maybe Sand King's the worst, because no one would love you because you're an ugly Scorpion. Yeah, kind of getting surrounded a little bit in the middle lane here. A little bit of health coming in from Snako, though. But there's still plenty more to come from the side of Na'Vi. Snako doing what he can to try and keep Jibe alive. Oh, no, he's given up. He's given up. He's running for the hills. It's like, I've done all I can, my brother. Bye.
They do have the Bloodstone now complete on the Bristleback. There's going to be like a daytime Roshan. We already mentioned how Aegis is critical for Bristleback lineup.
Yeah.
See if they're going to look to do that. Picking up Boom would be quite nice, but he is relatively elusive.
The back out call here is actually... Yeah, that was very clearly like the call from Avulus. Like, no, stop, get back. Whoa, look at that! Oh my goodness.
That's a lot of stuff happening in top lane. Look at Invoker. No, Invoker.
Mr.
Oh.
Coolest thing. We can't even describe it. We're just too cool. We just gotta hope it happens later.
I'm sure, you know, Snako and Eki are frothing at the mouth to do it again.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
This was a one-time thing.
Never seen that before in my life. Been to it once.
Which didn't see it either, so now we look like we're idiots. Or sound like we're idiots, technically.
Ooh, blinking. Hex. Eki finds a big target here. Where is the follow-up? It's coming in from the sideline. Shimmy grabs him with the pulverize, and Sanctity is dead. Great find there from Eki. Blink dagger into Hex. It's a tale as old as time.
And the points I was making about that front line, right? Like once we break into the game stabilizing for Avulus, then
yeah,
Na'Vi do have some weaknesses, right? A lot of their early game was built on just the outplays of mid lane, the feeding of Avulus, and 20 minutes into the game, we are seeing this meta being taken very awkwardly, actually. Yep, pretty awkward.
Alright.
Or he does die for it. Oh, and a scathing tip. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Bristle just does it solo because he's a cool hero like that.
Cool and fun and balanced hero.
Ooh, Jesus Christ. Okay, you know what?
There is no way, as a teammate, there is no way you're watching that being like, that was cool and good. Thanks, Smiling Knight. Good lord.
It would have been beautiful if he did die to it, because like Seneko tipped
Yeah, 'cause-
Kayori, then Kayori could tip, you know, the bristle. It's like, but it
What's
was
the
like
ideal
14 or
tipping
17
play
HP.
there, though?
I mean, technically you tip Seneko. That would be the power play. But it's like, if you're tapping me for dying, but then your
Kind of
teammate's
funnier,
dying.
right?
Yeah.
Being like, look at your idiot teammate, rather than being like,
Yeah. You would tip to Seneko if you're trying to like big brain the tip game, but he didn't die. It was like, what, 14, 17 HP. And now we are at the... Probably the most important part of the game right now is this first Roshan. Both teams playing in the area. They want to be able to contest this one. Winner the fight, of course. We get so much from the map with it. Shad, to be fair, isn't here. He does have TP though for Outpost. And now we actually are walking away from the Roshan area. We want Avulus the one running in. The vision advantage for the pit should go the way of Avulus. You know what? They just run straight in.
Oh yeah. Come and fight us, Navi. This is a challenge. They're throwing down the gauntlet. Navi, they're trying to answer. They're trying to get over here. They should be able to make it in time, but Jibe, he is being the pit boss at the moment. Oh, he's been knocked off his throne though. He's trying to sit on the high ground, and now you'll have to go for the reset. Now the only awkward thing about this fight is that Pugner is pretty low, so those sucks gonna need to come in to help Snako out. And they jump forward to try and get the vision in the pit with a slight, but they'll see that no one's there. QBFY also gonna back himself away. Now this might look... Wait, actually, I don't know. Do you get the talent buffs whenever you do, right? When you steal spells?
Oh, Billiken.
Jesus, Eki up onto the high ground straight away, looking to try and take down Boom, stop their big team fighter from coming into effect, but they'll be able to get him out of there, so Boom's going to be okay for the time being. And now with the lasso coming on down onto Jibe, they're going to lose another hero on the side of Avulus. This is looking kind of bad right now, but I don't think Smiling Knight's got a way out of the fight. They're going to just decrepify him for the time being, and now he's going to use that Bloodstone. The heals coming out from Snako as well. Will it be enough though? As QBFY is having a fight with Roshan in the pit and not winning. Oh, big stun though on the sidelines. Catches out too. As Snako and Storm are absolutely taken apart. Great find from the Rubik. QBFY baiting us all, getting the kills, securing his team Roshan. Avulus just biting off a bit more than they can chew.
It's kind of the... I need to word this correctly, but we'll probably see a highlight, which makes it a replay, which makes it a lot easier. But it's just, you know, it's kind of a classic Eki move at points. This guy is so aggressive. Like, whenever he takes a fight, he wants to be the one jumping in. He wants to be the initiator. But this initiation is so wild. Like, his team's all on the low ground. He jumps in. He instantly dies. The positioning of Navi is beautiful because you're hugging the low ground. You're one guy on high ground for vision. You then use Backriders to grab another hero, but you're only in this position because your Lion just yeeted himself into the middle of nowhere. And now it's like, boom, resets. He's like, okay, cool, I got an Epi on 2, a Burrow Strike on 2, you know, it's like he's chilling, right? But the entire fight started because rather than like Primal starting or Bristle walking up high ground, it was like Eki just wildly going for like this, you know, over-the-top play where if he hits it and he hits like a 3-4 man stun, he's like the best Lion player to exist.
Oh, fight going on right now, but Zeki's already lost his life trying to start this one off, and Jibe looking like he might just be going down as well. Snako trying to fight up, but cannot do so. It's just a slaughter in the top lane here. 3 heroes turn up, 3 heroes get killed. Not expecting Navi to be there. It's 5, I guess, but that's a little awkward.
And this is where it's like, to conclude my point, it's like Eki's playstyle is either like game winning, where you're like, oh my god, look at the guy, the confidence, the play, you know, the aura. Or it's just like Keck W in chat, what's he doing? This game was so chill, but he made it so much harder, type of thing, right? And now Navi, 10,000 gold lead with the Aegis. So we said how important this first Aegis was, and they are very happy, especially because like Primal Beast on net worth, right? 9,500 net worth. He's not really able to keep up with the Sanking on 14,000. His counterpart of the offlane on the enemy team. It's yeah, this is going to be a rough mid game now for Avulus. Especially not really seen Bristle watching the fights. Not as explosive as before. I think teams are better now at kiting it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think everybody's learned about the Aghanims now to the point where it's you fully adjust like your team fight structure to it. You cannot let him just jump in with a bristleback and stack up coils and everybody to start a fight, because game's kind of over at that point if you do that.
Kind of nice the game just slowed down for a second. It was kind of nice to like just breathe and to think for a little bit.
Dire's middle tower
Into Zen
Daedalus
state.
complete. All right, we're back.
Hell yeah.
Shad does a ton of damage now.
Yeah. I think the Bristle versus Gyro was finally tipped over in the Gyro's favor, which is not a situation Avulus wanted to ever be in this game.
is under attack.
The real point in which Na'Vi break Avulus' spirit will be the double BKB timing on Sanking and Ember. Like when they can run wild in the fight, it will be impeccable. So you know, he's using the tree line, the lack of backdoor in this tier 2 due to the Great Wave to get a couple blasts on the tower, even forcing a TP from Batrider. If a Na'Vi, like they'll look for a fight if it presents itself, but oh, Jibe, yep.
Yeah, he's
I
very
did not
deep.
expect to see him here. I saw Seneko skipping, like hitting the tower. He ran away. I just moved my camera, following him. Like, all right, this is chill. Did not realize Jibe was also there. That was quite the aggressive move from him.
Yeah, the deep-rooted primal beast infection has been dealt with by Na'Vi. Storm, despite a relatively rough early game, trying to get a couple of items online, still not looking great. I mean, you really want that BKB. When he has BKB, like, just a natural scaling of Invoker is going to make him a pretty big threat in the fight, which you kind of have to deal with. But yeah, like, without BKB, he's kind of just like a +1. And also, you, in this kind of game as well, you can't really just stand your ground against Gyrocopter as Invoker. You still have to back away when those flags start coming in. Alright, Snako found on the bottom side again. Just like Jibe was, Snako also going to be going down here, trying to go for the TP out, but the Gleipnir is available, so never gonna happen, friend. But nice try. Tank takes the kill, shoves out the wave, and we'll have to, oh my goodness, middle lane, they managed to find Eki very, very deep. And Eki known himself for being a support player which goes in very deep, but doesn't like it when the shoe's on the other foot.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's
BBFY just don't really care about giving away this ward, considering they'll know after that jump. And now amplified damage coming out from Na'Vi. Na'Vi looking to put an end to these barracks. They don't even have the Aegis anymore, but they just don't care. Roshan's not about to respawn, so why not go for some buildings? And Avulus just not responding at all to this. I know they're behind, but wow, giving up a barracks like that, kind of surprising.
How did they respond though? Right? It's like your Invoker just completed BKB whilst the racks fell. Your Primal has literally nothing. He will disappear if he shows. Koyori misses his blink, but then he goes for the 4-staff. Okay!
Down to the
Beautiful,
low
actually.
ground. Smiling Knight, though. He's got the BKB plus the
Ooh.
Bloodstone.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's a bait.
Uh-oh.
It's a bait. It's a bait. No, it's a bait. Ah!
Oh,
I would
love
rate it 8 out of 8.
plays, but that was awful.
It looked like he'd missed his blink, but then I clicked. Okay, he didn't have lasso. Then he hits the 4-staff. I'm pogging out of my mind.
Yep, same.
Then boom, yeets himself into death. I'm saying a lot of buzzwords. Christ, that was.
Oh my god.
Can we get a replay of that, please?
Yeah, that was one of those crazy plays. Smiling Knight's just like, oh, cool. I've been forced off into the entire enemy team. Perfect. Exactly
I feel
as
like
planned.
Koyori's trying to one-up Eki, you know? That's they're one-upping each other. He blinks in, 4-staff, it looks beautiful. Then you got the
Wait, where's the
Shiva's
bat?
guard.
Where's the Batrider? I'm cool.
No. Lasso's on cooldown. Lasso's on cooldown. You know?
Okay,
That's why.
okay,
That's
okay.
why. But the point is,
Oh, yeah, they
it's like
just used
the
it on
tornado
the-
for the disengage. Then you have the decrypt life drain. So it's like the Invoker and the Pugner. They save Smiling Knight. They keep him alive. Of course, the Bloodstone helps as well. But the fact that your Batrider forces the Bristle into your team, and then Sanking jumps in so deep that he gets punished from the high ground. Like, it was in essence, a cool idea from Batrider. They
I
just
love
didn't have the
4-staff
resources to
plays.
actually kill him. If it was any other hero, he's dead.
Yeah.
But going on the bristle, kind of
He's
rough.
dead. That's like, you know, maybe not Reddit front page, but maybe in the, you know, rising section for a bit. But yeah,
Yeah, it's like
now it's just awkward. All right, well, guess this game's not ending yet. Next Roshan will be the kind of deciding point. If Navi can take it, then I have no doubt they'll be able to end this one. But if Avulus take it, they'll be able to come back into it. We'll have a game on our hands. Yeah, as I said, like, I feel like Invoker's net worth is kind of misleading. This hero is really strong at the moment, and the reason for that is simply because you scale like crazy. Your damage at this point in the game is berserk. Stormstormer can kill most heroes.
Yeah. I mean, you also just force BKBs by yourself through Cold Snap and Blade Player, or sorry, Witchblade, sorry.
Yep.
You're able to just, you know, be a thorn in their side.
And I really like the shard he's purchasing manually here. A lot of Invoker players just don't bother with shard, but waiting to get it from Tormentor or something, but it's such a big teamfight impact.
Oh, we don't have the question. They're smoked up, but okay, it does look like in a wraparound. I could either smoke into the base and force the high ground, or they try and find a little sneaky Avulus who are trying to set up for a Roshan attempt. If they see the courier, they could maybe follow the courier.
For the high ground attempt, actually. That feels like, with the creep waves as they are, could have been an idea.
If anything, they just know they're on map. They want to kill them on map. Oh, they see the bristle. They know what happened last time.
So you can jump away. Kaori trying to be sneaky on the side. God, this annoying Nether Ward though. They cannot deal with it.
I mean, in hindsight, right? The 50-50. Pressure the high ground, go for the Roshan.
Yeah, it just creates.
I feel like the pressure on the high ground would have been so nice right now.
Mm-hmm.
You could even smoked where it's like the Ember puts a remnant in mid, runs bottom, you then run to top, pressure high ground. As you see TPs, Ember like goes chaotic, tries to cancel like that. I mean, that was a cool way to potentially approach this, but the stalemate of Roshan is the approach Na'Vi have gone for, and they got to be careful.
Ooh, showing the gyrocopter is always a little scary. Sanctuary seen as well. They've got the formation they want on the side of Avulus, with Smiling Knight being in front of everybody. Jebe protecting the sides as well.
The poke, the prod, the...
Yeah, Stormstormer using his invis to...
The smoke. The deep wraparound has been drawn. But Eki, great positioning this time around in the tree line.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Blinks himself away now as well. I like the blink away. A rare move from Eki.
A rare one.
But here we go. Jump in, finding Eki on the front lines again. He manages to get the absolute right target, but the Pulverize doing so much damage. The Bristleback as well, just smacking through everyone. Oh no, Navi. They are getting torn apart right now as Sanctity just getting up to the high ground and getting himself away. Way too much damage coming out from Jebe and Smiling Knight in that fight, and Kaori also going to lose his life. Oh my goodness. Wait, Pugna did 1,000 damage to Jar? Okay. Okay, bro.
Yeah, I feel like strategically Na'Vi, in the heat of the moment, they went for the Roshan play, but like I was saying, like, going for top, taking that Rax would have been at least better for setup, right? You force Avulus to leave their area of vision, their area of control. You take them fight. As soon as they TP, then you can run back to Roshan, deward the area, then look for it. I think they had a really good opportunity to outplay Avulus there, but they just went for this approach. And then even this fight, right? It's like they're jumping onto a line in low ground. There's a never ward out. They're not really
oh my god
jumping cleanly, right? And Shad dies without pressing BKB or Satanic. It's he gets hit by the Hex.
Yeah, I was watching Stormstormer play that fight, and he like casts a different spell on like the heroes aren't perfectly layered on top of each other for him to just spam all spells on one hero, but like he gives one EMP onto everybody, and then Deafening Blast onto Gyrocopter, Meteor coming down onto the Sanking, I think, and then over on the other side just throws out the like cold snap onto an, like just multicasting on like all different heroes is pretty sick. You get a chance to go back and watch that one just from Storm what he does in that game, in that
And then
fight.
the comparison is Shad can't press BKB.
Come on, dude. We're fighting into vision here.
No, he got
but I
line
don't
attack. Just to be
think
clear, like
they
Eki got him.
Yeah.
There's no way he can do it unless he's preempted. But you know, Eki God. I thought that was a good meme.
Smiling Knight's gonna get cliffed.
Oh,
Now
and
full
then
staff
forced.
down. Now, well, Eki gonna kind of get blasted on the front lines once again, and there's a lot of damage coming down onto Jibe as well. Smiling Knight struggling to get that damage coming back the other way. Might be able to bring down Boom at the very least. Will be able to get him. Kaori also dropping as well. Flying back into this one and continuing the fight going, but it's a bit of a trade right now. Sanctity getting over onto the sidelines. Look at Seneko just on the front, just sucking away. What a champion is Smiling Knight just continuing to be a brick wall.
They want to kill Seneko. They're trying to get around Smiling Knight.
Oh, they're going to get him. Epicenter's down. Surely.
He's
No
not
way,
dying.
He's living through this?
He's got another
what is
decrypt.
life drain. What an ability.
he's dead.
Jesus. Well, they have killed off Kaori again. Unfortunately, I mean, if Smiling Knight was there, I actually feel like the Pugna never dies, but unfortunately he got distracted by a pretty bird and went to kill Kaori.
Oh, the scan as well.
Is under attack.
They scanned looking for the Invoker. They wanted to go for a Sunstrike. So he was looking. He was thinking. Bristol just ripped through them now at this point. Like, with the AC, the BKB, the Aegis, like, he has no fear to run in. Like, without the Aegis, of course, he's having to second guess where he goes, but just doesn't mess around.
Bristle's such a wonky hero in that.
Yeah, but there's nothing
I
got
feel
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, level sort of 15 to 18, after you've got this Aghanims and Bloodstone, you kind of feel like you dip a little bit. Then you hit 20, you get the coil stack damage talent, and all of a sudden you're like back, you're super back. You're a monster again. You're doing
About
loads
to
of
get
physical
25
damage.
as well. Like,
And then you start to drop off a little bit. Doesn't really feel like it here because he's just been carrying on the momentum from 20. You hit 25 and I mean either talent is fantastic, but usually warpath damage per stack is absolutely godlike. And don't forget that when you use the Bristleback ability to turn around and spray quills, each of those individual quills counts as a stack as they move here onto Shad. Looking to try and take him down. Shad just backing away under the curve of Invis. He's there with the vision, but unfortunately he's going to be losing his life here. Sanctity's upon him, but I say that there's a life drain coming through once again, and Sanctity's forced to BKB TP out from this one instead. Just needs to leave, so nobody dies, nothing happens.
Jibe's going to be a bit upset with that engagement. Multiple times he had some pulverized options, but he didn't connect on any of them, pretty much. He kind of had a split choice to go on Jara or not. Then he wanted to double back. It was a little uncomfortable, but Smiling Knight, he is the raid boss now. 40 minutes into the game, he is running down lanes. Jara is doing pretty much no damage to him. Of course, Silver Edge would be pretty helpful, but with how the game kind of just disappeared from Navi's hands, the chance of that being bought is pretty low.
47 seconds left on this Aegis though. Smiling Knight wants to make some use of this one. The high ground being pushed. They want to even out the barracks differential in this game. It's looking like they're going to be able to do so. Here you go. Here comes the warpath stacks up to max. Give this man an alacrity, and these buildings are going to melt.
Force in.
Full staff in. Okay, he is going to lose his first life here.
He has
Dragged back
BKB
pretty
in.
far, but I think Avulus are going to be able to jump in and help Smiling Knight here. BKB is still available
Look
from
at the
Bristol,
damage.
so yeah, it's the lack off.
The smoke. Eki, he hasn't blinked into a fight recently. He's itching.
Here we go, straight away onto the Sand King, trying to take him down as quickly as possible. The damage
No
comes in,
buyback.
and they do bring him down. Boom, dead, no buyback. Now they move over towards the Ember Spirit as well. They rip him through them, gets QBFY, can't get any of the big calls though. Shad making it all the way into the fountain. Smiling Knight continues to chase and being healed up by Seneko as well. He just doesn't care about no fountain. He cares about no one or nothing. Now moving onto mid. 2 heroes dead on the side of Na'Vi. They're looking to do some damage on the side of Avulus right now. Take down those barracks. Fortification is going to come down. Yeah, the creeps aren't really in a good place in the middle lane, but I don't really think they care. Get those barracks from mid. Move up to top. 30 seconds still for this Rubik. Is this Mega's T?
Most likely.
Thanks.
No
Oh no,
worries.
stun onto Shad. Shad, he's in trouble. Pulverize coming down onto him as well. The damage, I mean, Smiling Knight doesn't care. He's an objective focused gamer, and he's going to make sure he gets some of those mega creeps as Shad goes down at the same time as well, and that should be that, folks.